Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Sorry I'm a little late. I had to take a phone call, and that phone call is why I am negative right now. Is what it is. There was like two or three trades that I just clicked the button to get in too late, and I don't know. Price is like moving a lot though too. We just had high impact news at 9 o'clock. So hopefully we can bring it back a little bit. And then I've missed out on a couple of trades. That's why I don't take phone calls early in the day. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So hopefully, basically down like 2 trades at the moment. 2, 3, 2. So we'll try to bring it back. I'm going to count this as a VWAP touch. Okay, price. There also was a trade that I lost earlier that it was a trade that I broke even out of like late in the session yesterday, but it would have been a loss. I think it only went like maybe 6 ticks in the direction I wanted it to go in. And then reverse, but I had already broken even. Lost that same trade today, and I know exactly what I'm looking at now with that particular trade. So that shouldn't happen anymore. Hopefully. I wouldn't have gotten filled on that buy right there. I would have came 1 tick from doing so. I'm glad I didn't get into that one. Okay. Definitely. Okay, so that tried to get back in, which is why I shouldn't take that one. But the second one, I could have. I would have had to break even anyway. Alright. Okay. Now that I'm no longer distracted, see what I can do. Okay. I definitely could have taken that sale, but I wouldn't have gotten filled anyway. Sometimes I can kind of tell if I'm going to get filled or not. So see if we could bring it back. Is that like $115? Man, these 12 tick charts move so freaking fast. But it's what I want and what I like. So, no complaints here. I'm just glad I can actually get trades in. Whether it's outside day, inside day, that's all I really care about. So, all right. Good morning, Rio. How are you? How are you this morning? Trying to get back green. I should be green right now. Like I was saying earlier, I just was distracted by a phone call. So there's a couple trades I missed. And then also there was a couple of trades where I like clicked the, button to get into the trade at the close of the bar. I clicked it a little late, like right after the bar had already closed. So, and because of how fast these trades are going, no bueno. So I just got into them a little late. I should have taken this 1 bar pullback right here, but I can tell it's probably going to take me like 2 weeks to get used to seeing the charts moving so fast. But yeah, so missed a few, got into a few I was not supposed to be in I was supposed to be in them, but I was in like way late. So yeah, but I really think that once I get used to seeing the charts move this fast, because basically it's moving twice as fast as what I'm used to, because with me being used to the 20 tick chart, and now I'm on like a little bit more than half of that, these charts are moving, baby. But it's going to help me to reach my goals once I get used to it, because I'm actually getting setups. Like sitting on a chart for the most volatile 2.5 hours of a session and not really getting setups is not okay for me. It's not okay at all. It just doesn't make sense. So with me changing to the 12 tick chart, oh baby, I'm going to get some setups. I've taken like 7 trades so far, probably like 3 or 4 of them I shouldn't have even been in at the time. Then I missed a couple, and those trades actually won at that, which is the worst part. But I had to take a loss because I got in so late. So I would say probably 7 to 10 trades is like where I would be at already, and that's good for me. So because eventually the goal might end up being to not trade 2.5 hours. It might be like an hour and a half, 2 hours max, maybe. So yeah, there was no zigzag attached there. So, and that's the other thing, I'm still having to figure out when to get out, when not to. I think what I've realized is that like if it's like not a regular pullback in the direction of the overall trend and there's no zigzag attached, that's when I need to get out, because it's indecision here. We're trying to start a downtrend right here, right? But there's indecision because the zigzag is not attached yet. So I feel like that's when I need to get out. And then of course you have things like this where you get stopped out and then it just starts going in the direction that you wanted it to go in the first place. So, but yeah, I think that's like the biggest thing. I still got like 1,000 drawdown on this account, but I am hoping that I can like bring it back though. I'm not really too worried about it. 12 ticks helps with scalping. Yeah, I'm definitely going to prefer it. Definitely. Because even though I feel like 6 points is still a scalp on the Nasdaq, at the same time, depending on the volatility and the volume that day, it's not. You know, it can be hard to get 6 points out of it, especially when you're trying to get the more precise entries because you have such a tight stop loss. Maybe if my stop loss wasn't so tight, it'll be a little bit different. But yeah, so and this is just so laggy. It frustrates me. All right, so that when the zigzag was attached, but it changed colors. So that's the other thing I gotta figure out. Do I get out when the colors change, or do I only get out when there's no zigzag attached? So like I said, it's gonna take me a couple of weeks, but I can tell that I know it's not my computer that can't handle it. You can see, like, you guys are used to seeing 0.01 seconds on my data lag when I'm on a 20 tick chart, but ever since I've been on a 12 tick chart, the lag has never been 0.01 seconds, which I'm hoping doesn't cause a problem long term, because that means that, you know, I can't have entries where, like, as soon as the bar closes, the price takes off, because essentially between the reversal bar and the following bar, the next two bars, there has to be at least a damn near 0.1 or I would say like 0.5 second difference in order to make sure I can get filled. So that could potentially cause an issue, but we'll see. Because if I'm getting more trades, and yeah, I might have some trades that, you know, I can't get into because price is just moving too fast, so it's hitting my level where it would move the stop to break even before I can get into the trade. I'm cool with that more on a 12 tick chart because I'm getting so many entries, so it's just like, whatever, you know, I missed that one, so I don't know. We'll see long term. We will see long term. I didn't even 5 more. Oh, I forgot about crude oil. I'm like, why is there a new sound? Oh, and there's an 11 o'clock speaker too. Okay. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be good. I just gotta be ready to click that button real fast. Real fast, because my goodness, this thing moves and grooves. I just don't like when I need to break even and there's the lag with the order routing where it's like showing up on my NinjaTrader chart, but clearly it's not registered in Rhythmic just yet, because as I'm mashing the break even button, nothing's happening. So that's the only thing that I know is going to really piss me off. I know that's gonna piss me off. We're trading at the overnight high right now. The range was like 27 points. We didn't really break this high over here. We rejected the first time and rejected a second time. But yeah, going through, you know, when I was done trading yesterday, when I went through and like wrote all the trades down and also wrote the ones that, you know, I either missed out on or didn't take and questioned and stuff like that, I basically should have had like 15 wins, 2 losses, and like 4 break evens. So, yeah, I was kind of able to identify the issues with like all but 2 losses that I took yesterday. The other 2 are just, hey, you just were gonna lose and it's okay. It's okay. So that was a trade where I tried to break even because the zigzag changed colors, which was the right thing to do in that moment. But yeah, it just happened so fast I couldn't even do it anyway. I couldn't even do it anyway. There's no... Alright, yeah. This trade, did that touch that or not? Oh, it didn't. That actually should have been a loss. I wouldn't have been able to break even in time on this particular trade. But I didn't get into it anyway. I'm still trying to figure out a couple of things with those, so I didn't take it, and good thing I didn't. Alright, trend bias just changed to a downtrend, but that's if we stay below the zone, below this zone right here, and it doesn't look like we wanna. Immediately pushed off of that zone. Immediately. You think it goes up or down from here? Well, honestly, I don't know, just because we pushed off of the 2 levels that tried to make it a downtrend. So if we stay above it, we're gonna push up. If we trade below this zone, then we'll push down. But not only is the zone here, but also the overnight low. So, but we did create a double top up here. So we might actually push down and just continue to trade below the zone. It created a double top at my major level back there. So it's kind of like an indecisive area. It looks like we might try to push up from the zone again. So, and remember, this entire little area is the overnight zone. So, push up could have been temporary. What is that? It's a very indecisive area. Gotta be careful. I'll keep the zone drawn there until it kind of figures out what it wants to do. We tried to push below it, but you see, we created a little divergence and kept going. And 171. I think we are trying to just push up. We're stuck at a resistance level right now at 22.25. Oh, I'm so glad I noticed that pattern. So glad. This is kind of like the next zone. If we go above here and trade above it, it'll be an uptrend. So we're basically between the two zones. So this is the zone where it changed the uptrend to the downtrend, right? And this will change it back to an uptrend. So could move back and forth a bit. Let's see if the crude oil news will do anything. It probably won't. Yeah. See a lot of sell side volume long term, but the short time buyers are in control. Yeah. Well, we might try to break through this. Don't wanna. I can't take a sell just yet. My minor trend is like going from back and forth from buy to sell to buy to sell to buy to sell. With no real like ability for me to trade it. All right, and we're pushing back up there. Less than 157. Nope. Yeah, usually the two zones that, you know, change from uptrend and downtrend and back and forth, they're typically not this tight. So I don't know what this looks like on a time-based chart, but probably looks like some bad consolidation. Let's see. Let's see if I put it on like let's do a 1 minute chart. Just want to see what it looks like. Yeah, it's literally going between the zones. Yeah, that's not cute at all. Alright, and now we created a buy rotation level at this high. So if we can break this zone and start creating some structure above, we should see uptrend. Then of course we need to break the overnight high as well at 29.50. And the next two levels are 42.25 for resistance, and then the middle VWAP level for the order flow VWAP is at 44.75 right now. All right, so as long as we can, all right, yeah. I think we're good now. I think we're good now. Pretty positive. So now we're reaching the top of the zone that's created by the support and the first support and resistance levels. Which the first support level is at like 937.50. So as long as we can stay out of this zone as well, we can just continue to push up without a care in the world. Come on and push. Nope. I also think that I might stop trading when it rotates over the middle VWAP level. I didn't used to have to, but I think with the 12 tick chart, I think I'm gonna have to. Because there was no zigzag attached, but there was no way for me to break even anyway. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably what I'm gonna do. At least for the 1 bar pullback. But I'm pretty sure all of them, because I used to trade that way back when I first started trying to create a strategy. Because the middle VWAP level, I'm probably gonna treat it like the middle pivot level, where because it's like an area of decision, I don't really want to trade when it rotates. Now, if it just wicks off of it, like if price came up, came down, and just wicked, but the previous bar didn't touch it, then I would have been okay. But yeah, I just have a feeling, because I feel like I lost a couple of trades like this. Yes, maybe it wasn't yesterday. I don't know, but yeah, I'm starting to question that one. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to get out of the habit of like sitting out of the trades, because like yesterday I sat out of so many wins. Now some of them I just completely missed because I forgot certain rules I don't have to worry about anymore. But I'm trying to, like, it's an eval. We're using this for the purpose of trying to figure things out. So staying out of all of these trades just doesn't make sense, especially when I'm risking like almost half of what I was risking before. So, all right, we are going back into the overnight zone. So, hopefully we can push back up and not stay here, but we'll see. I'm just gonna circle around it so that when I go back and I write my trades down, I remember that that's something that I want to like look out for. Like I said, I think it's really only the 1 bar pullback, but I could be wrong. I have to go back and look, really. All right, we needed to break out of the support resistance zone, because if we keep trading below 42, we might stay stuck in that range. So So many different ranges. I think though, since the market, oh no, I'm lying. Okay, never mind. I was about to say something, but that's not true. So after all of this, with this account that I'm trading right now, I started it last week. And even with all the experimenting starting Monday, because I was only up like maybe $84 on this account when I started it this week. So even with all this experimenting I've been doing since Monday, I'm only down $200 on my account, like the overall balance, which is not bad at all. Not bad at all. I can deal with it. I'll call to check on my babies later. I want to see what happens with this trade. I think that was a good call for me to not take it. Yep. So right now, if we don't clear 35.50, we might just keep pushing down. And this is the zone is going to clear to create the downtrend. The zones that I use, they're dynamic, so they move. One changed, the other one did not yet. It's just a lot of bouncing around with no clear direction, really. I really want us to just clear 29.50 and 42.25. Well, 44.55 now too. And that'll give me confidence that we're pushing up, because we keep creating lower highs. You're only up a little. Hey, but you're up. Positivity. But you're up. This has not been the best of the best price action. There's a lot of movement though, but see, what I see as a lot of movement is not really a lot of movement, but that's just because I'm looking at 12 ticks at a time. Like if I was on a time-based chart, I wouldn't think that this is great price action at all. Excuse me. Oh, I just saw the lag timer go down to 0.02 seconds. Well, that's good. I'm just worried about how this is going to be long term with the lagging. That's my only concern, really. Only concern. Come on, break out of the zones. You know you want to. But we broke out and created a double top. So good luck. It's trying though. But also my major levels in front of the minor levels. So until that gets in front, it just has a high chance of continuing to push down. Because even when the minor trend is an uptrend, it's still, the level's still below the major one. So it's like very temporary. 2750 here. Okay. All right. We're getting to the top of this zone though again, so let's see what happens. That's how I could do that. Yep. Remember I was saying that I wanted to try to figure out how I can do more intraday swings. So the first touch of this zone wasn't it. It would have been this one, and then right where the 44.55 level that I called out a couple minutes ago, that's where I could take profit. Cool doing. Hey Garo, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. How have you been? Yeah, YouTube can be a little beastie. Trading live in front of people is not the easiest thing to do at all. At all. But I wanted to show the struggle of trying to put together a strategy, because I don't like any kind of strategy that I've learned from other people, that I've paid for with courses. I just don't. It's just not my thing. And it just happens sometimes. Not every strategy works with different personalities. You got different personality types. Some people are okay with risking more than others. Then you have the time frames that people are able to trade as well. That's a thing, because if you're available in the evenings, what works for you might not work for somebody who trades during New York. Hold on, you guys. My sister just called me. What's up? No, I'm live streaming on YouTube. I'm trading. Okay. Bye-bye. But anyway, yeah, it could be a lot. A lot. And then you have people who think that people are streaming and sharing their journey because they are looking for advice. I see that a lot with different people who stream live. Yeah, and that's not what people are here for. I am good. I am good. Besides this struggle of trying to tame the Nasdaq beast, I'm good. It's been fun though. It's been stressful, but it's been fun. There you go, Rio. I told you if we could clear this zone, which is that the top of that the first resistance level, if we could clear that, we might be okay. Because we had multiple zones. So now the next level is the first upper level of the order flow VWAP, and that's not until 88. So it's like 32 points. And it just keeps going. Hopefully we get some pullbacks in the meantime, because I will definitely take them as long as they pull back to my minor level. But yeah, we had a couple of zones we were trading through. We had this zone, we have a bigger zone. This is the middle of here in the first support level. It was just a lot going on. It was. It's just a lot. I am going to take the first counter trend trade. If it ever comes down. Oh, you like it? Thank you. I know some people don't like music playing on like YouTube streams and stuff, but sometimes I feel like it's just the type of music that people choose. Like you kind of have to choose like a neutral type of music. So this music is from it's a YouTube channel called The Relaxed Movement, and this one in particular is called 3 a.m. vibes, neon lights, hip hop, I think. Something like that. But yeah, I like it. So it's like a 6-hour video, and I just downloaded it and took like a 2-hour portion since I only stream for 2 hours. I think I took like the middle 2 hours or something like that. I kind of just scrolled through until I found the first song that I really, really vibed to, and then I just let it play from there. They have a lot of good copyright free music. So, yeah. 369. All right, my charts are still lagging. All right, there's one. Some of my counter trend moves I just love. Once I figure out all the specifics for it, because I mean, most people would not take a sell right there. We've literally just trended up. But because this pullback right here didn't touch anything, like there's no level that it touched at all, that's what made me feel comfortable with the sell. Whereas here, we pushed off of a major resistance level, and we pushed off kind of hard, and that's why I did not take a sell going back towards it. But I felt super comfortable with that one. I knew no matter how far that one went up, I was going to take that sell. And the cool thing about pushing this far is that now, like, we're so far away from all the levels of congestion that hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get some good trades in now. Hopefully. Let's see, 52 in 5 seconds. That trade took profit in like 3 seconds. And that's why I said I have to figure out the best setups, and whichever ones are not the best setups, I just have to get rid of them. And I can't base it off of like the results while I'm putting things together. I have to look at the results and what it's going to be long term, because when I'm in these trades, they are in and out so fast. I'm used to 25 to 30 seconds versus 2 to 5. So this is why when I'm mashing the break even button, nothing's freaking happening. Because it can't happen. It's literally in and out too fast, which is a good thing. Because for me, one of the reasons I don't like intraday scalp or intraday swinging is because I just feel like the longer you're in a trade, the more exposed you are to any kind of market conditions, big orders coming in, whatever, you know. And I understand we're on a sim environment, but remember, their sim environments, they're trying to mimic a real environment as much as possible. So I want to be able to make sure that when I'm ready to start funding a personal account again and copy trading into my personal account, that I can get the same results as what I'm getting now. So it's going to take me some time, but I'll be okay. Like I said, about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I should be good. That first like 20 to 25 minutes of the market open, it's like my eyes are just darting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because these charts are moving and grooving. But it's what I wanted. It's very subtle music, barely even noticed it. Okay, good. I figure like as long as it's loud enough to when I'm quiet, because I hate like, I'm a pretty chill person and I like quietness, but not when I'm watching a YouTube video. I'm not sitting here watching for like no sound. So I figure like in the times where I'm super quiet and the music is there, it can give you a little relaxing vibe, because the NASDAQ is crazy enough. We don't need upbeat, crazy music to go with it at all. All right, so depending on how far this pulls back down, I might be interested in getting into a buy. Yeah, as long as we don't swing too far down, we'll see. 2.5. So a lot of volume in this candle. It's pushing 900. See, like that? All right. So I got out because there was no zigzag attached to that first bar. But because I am in an uptrend bias, I'm curious to see, because it wasn't attached and then it turned red on top of that. So yeah, good idea to get out because I would have lost. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, although I want y'all to see the overall structure too, but yeah. So even though it was a lower high here, this is what I call like a no interest reversal. So we had the lower high, but it could have just been a temporary pullback to continue in the overall direction of the trend, because I am an uptrend bias, obviously. But it failed to do so. So we got out at break even. As long as I can break even when I need to, especially like after 9:30, 9:45, I should almost always be able to break even. It's just in the beginning of the market open, things are just moving too fast. I don't think I'll be able to. But As long as I can cover myself later in the session, I'll be all right. And I'm not terribly negative right now either, so that helps. Let's see if this is just gonna push up. There's the take profit. But because of the tight stop loss, I had to get out. Which can be kind of annoying, but it is what it is. At least I got out with a break even and not a loss. Like losing this just for it to go to the take profit, annoying. But breaking even, cool. I was about to say, what is this song? Okay, so this sale I should have gotten into. Everything looked great. The only reason I didn't get into it is because of how this little structure looked at first. Like the zigzag is attached here and not there. But I have been noticing in almost every trade that happens like that, I can still take the trade and it not be a problem. So yeah, I could have been basically one trade away from being back to break even. But it's all good. Alright, so we're at the first upper deviation level of the order flow VWAP. We got a resistance level at 94.75. After that, the next level is not until the session high at 126.50. So I think I wrote down on my cheat sheet that, oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. All right. No divergence here, though, because right here is a buy rotation level that we pushed off of. So no sales going back towards that. That would make me a crazy person. So we'll wait for the first pullback and see what happens. Hopefully the pullback happens above here. Alright, we've cleared that level. What is it? 84.25. Once this pulls back, I want to see it pull back to my minor level. I have with the 12 tick chart. So when I was on a 20 tick chart, I didn't really need a big enough pullback to like wick off of my major or my minor level or anything, but on a 12 tick chart, I kind of needed to. The only time I won't is if the swing down is more than the previous swing down. Like the volume of the swing. But all right, if this pulls back to 100 even, all right, I'll take it as long as we wick off of 100.75, which it doesn't look like it wants to. Okay, well, you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, let's see, 541. Okay, or you could just do whatever you want. Jeez Louise. Just do what you want. All right, we'll wait to see what happens from here. All right, so zone to change this to a downtrend now is here. I'll draw it. So the top is 80.25 and the bottom is 75.5, but we need to create structure below it. Now what I've noticed is if it clears the first level and not the second, and let's say it comes up and comes back down and touches the zone and reverses again, that's when it's probably best to do like a long-term trade. Well, not long-term, but a little intraday swing. And because I'm on such a small time or a small chart, doesn't take long to get all the points out of the move. So like I said, I think it was the end of last week, that is something I'm going to look at long term to be able to do. All right, we didn't even clear this level yet. Let's see what happens here. Who mentioned me in a comment? Oh. Dang, I went to bed that early. I've been falling asleep so early. All right, let's see. Like I said, we didn't clear that first part of the zone just yet. Quotex legal in India. I think you're saying Apex. Let me go look for you. Because I believe so. I'm almost certain I was just talking to somebody about India. So let me go look. Yep, you're good. Uh-oh. If you go to that link right there, that will show you the like 100 countries, 100 countries that they do not service. Or no, it's not 100. However many it is. Those are the countries that they cannot service, and India is not on that list. So you're good. Yeah, I was pretty sure because I had someone asking me if there's anyone getting payouts from India, which if you go to their payouts page, you will have to just sift through and maybe search for the country code to see, because I don't know. But I do know that they are there. It's just a matter of if there are any traders that have gotten paid out yet. But for international traders, you get paid out via Plane, which is an app, I guess, a company. But yeah, you're good to trade in India. And it's always the country of residence, not the country of citizenship. So just know that as well. All right, we've pushed off of this zone again, but we didn't technically clear it before we pushed. So there is a possibility that we could just push down. We'll see how it reacts from this resistance level, because the next level is like 130 points away. No, 30 points away. I can't do math this morning. So before commissions, I'm only down 40 bucks. Not bad, considering I started off rough, being distracted on the phone. So I can take it. I can take it. A little progress each day gets you where you want to be. All right, that double bottom is from a higher low. And 168. Oh, I can't take that anyway. All right, I can't take the next buy. I'm not taking a sell going back towards the double bottom, and I can't take the next buy either, because the buy I would have wanted to rotate over this yellow line right here. We pushed too far up, so all right, not ready for a sell just yet. It's kind of cold, man. I thought it was supposed to be like in the 60s today. All right. All right, what did I write down about? Because I know I did. That would be opposite of what I want it to be, so no sell here either. So So I want to see what happens with this trade. I don't know if I have to trade this certain weight anymore. I think I do. Yeah, see, I would have lost. I'm glad I didn't. Okay. I actually want to break even if you would let me. So with this particular buy right here, right? We didn't break this high right here. So even though we still created a higher high, we didn't really break it. And then we were trying to trade going back towards it. That's the first reason why I didn't take it. The second reason, it pulled back to my minor level and it's a weak level. And I still don't know if I want to trade on the weak levels or not. Basically, I always tell you guys I use a form of the half trend, which it's an indicator from Ninja called solar wind, right? And so they consider a trend becoming weak if the current swing is less than the previous one, if that makes sense. So the step ladder from here to here, when price went up from here to here, it was like 44 ticks as far as the step of the trend. And then this one was only like 8 ticks. So it lets you know that, hey, like the trend is weakening. So with all of that, that's why I didn't take that one. And I would have lost it if I would have taken it. And there was no zigzag attached on the sell right here. That's why I got out of it. If we could push above this line right here and create structure above it, we should start trending up. But we might consolidate. If we stay kind of in this area, we might consolidate until then. Or we could just push down. Either one. Either one. And I really don't want to take any sales until we clear this bottom yellow line. This buy, the double top is there, so that's what we don't want. So stay out of the consolidation and just wait for it to choose a direction. Glad I didn't take that 1 bar pullback. That would have pissed me off not being able to break even. It hit the level twice, but I don't think I would have been able to break even. I think I don't know why I'm so sleepy. I think I'm just bored. me go check on. Excuse me. You're doing too much. Oh, he secured more. Wait, did he put out another account to pay out but a red day? Oh, I didn't watch that. I gotta watch that later. Wait, what happened? Oh. I don't know about a double bottom here. I don't really think I've traded that. All right. So the level I said we need to trade above for us to be able to continue the uptrend, you can see we rejected off of it twice. It's so amazing how slow a 12 tick chart is after like 9:45. Just take 500 out. Don't risk losing the account. You work too hard to get them. Shoot. I don't agree with that. Take all your money. All the prop firm. Somebody put out a video saying all the prop firms banned me. I've never seen this person before. I'm interested in watching proper tutorial. Oh, it looks like it's futures. So let's see. This is a very weird area. There's a lot going on there. The monthly payment on futures is kind of pricey. I guess it depends on your prop firm though, because Forex, first of all, you can't even get into most Forex prop firms at this point. But also, you typically have to pay like $600 one time, $500 one time. I'm sorry to hear, but there was not much detail about being banned because he's the owner of SFT prop firms. Owners are getting banned from other prop firms. Oh, well, yeah, if you're the owner of a prop firm and I would ban you from my prop firm too. Go trade on your own shit. What? These people are insane. So I guess the guy who made the video about being banned from all prop firms is the owner of a prop firm. You know how crazy? What? And you're promoting your own prop firm all the time. So yes, I would ban you too. What are we talking about here? These people just want attention. Crazy people. All right. What's the close of that? Let's see, 110 to 20 could be a target area. Yeah, or it could really be even above that because there's literally nothing. If it can clear, let me see. Now it's 99.25. If we can clear, like, I would say 100 and stay above, there's nothing there until 126. Like nothing. And I have a bunch of different like support and resistance and VWAP and like levels like that. So when I see nothing, it's like, yo, if you get up there, you're going to take off. Hello, Ashley. How are you doing this morning? Through 140, 145, target 170 to 80. Excuse me. The only thing you have to worry about, like once it gets to 126, is whether we can keep the momentum to push through the session high. That's really it. Especially with volatility and volume slowing down with us being after 10 o'clock. Oh, okay. So I guess after 10, I could see some 0.01 seconds on my lag timer. But yeah, as long as we don't get too much resistance from the session high, it's pretty clear up there. Look, VWAP, resistance, next level is the next VWAP level. There's like nothing up there. Put that back in the middle. It's just a lot of crap in this area right now. But like I said, the first area to clear is 95. The second area is 99.25. You're not chatting too much. Listen, I like chatting. Like I said earlier, I love, like, people, when you're in the live chats of streamers, I love hearing people like call out like, hey, I'm looking at this until here, or because you never know, there are other people who are still like learning how to identify levels and zones and stuff. Everybody trades different. You might be trading on a different time-based chart than someone else, or maybe you use tick charts, maybe you use Rinkos, maybe you use Heikin-Ashi. Everybody has their thing of how they look at structure, right? And so what you might see on your Heikin-Ashi is not what somebody else might see on a regular time-based chart. So I personally love when people say like, hey, I'm looking for it to reject here. I'm not someone who gets distracted from other people's biases, like, at all. A lot of times especially if I'm out of, like, this area right here has so many levels right here, I don't want to draw nothing else on my chart. But a lot of times, like, I'll draw arrows or like lines where people say they're looking for price to get to, just because I like to see what other people are seeing. I just don't like people like a guy who likes to come in here and troll me, who literally told me yesterday that he likes to tune into me to watch me lose. Miserable, idiotic person. Which it doesn't bother me because I'm expected to lose while I'm putting together a strategy. How else would I put it together if I'm not losing to get to that point? You get what I'm saying? Like, duh. But he likes to come in and say, oh, you shouldn't be doing XYZ. And I think he was the same person who, when I first started, you need to open up a daily chart and you need to open up this kind of chart, and you cannot just look at Rinkos. First of all, you can't tell somebody what they need to do. And even if I open up the same exact chart that you open up, we are two totally different people who analyze things totally different. So I can open up the same chart as you and not see anything that you're seeing. at all. And I'll be sitting here looking crazy like a deer in headlights because I don't see what you see. That is what I don't like. Or like I've watched other streamers. I watch two streamers who I love to watch are Nutty Bar Trading and Alpine Trader. Sometimes I catch them live, other times I just watch their replays. They trade totally different than me. Alpine trades on a 1-minute chart. Nutty Bar trades on a 2-minute chart. But one thing I hate seeing people do is come into their streams like trying to give them advice. Like, oh, you need to put on a stop loss. You need to, like, leave people alone. Whether people fail or succeed, that is on them. However they're doing things. And if people are looking for advice, they would ask for it. People are just wanting to be everyday regular people, sharing their journey with other people, showing the struggles of this shit and showing the joys of it when they succeed. You know what I mean? But to just say like what you're looking for, and I love that kind of stuff. It does not bother me at all. You could chat it up, okay? Your bias changed, let us know. I do it. Hey guys, I'm not in a uptrend bias anymore. I'm in a downtrend bias. And if price hits here, then this is what I might see. Like, it's not for anybody to take the advice of it or anything. I'm still in the process of doing stuff. And at the end of the day, we all trade different. We all trade different. He's not here today. And I told him, I was like, you know, normally I would block somebody like you just because you're an idiot. But I want you to be able to still see and comment when I'm taking payouts, because I will. Like, and then I remember I had to tell him, like, I've been trading for 10 years off and on. I have been profitable intraday swinging. I don't like intraday swinging. So right now I'm attempting to put together a strategy so I can be profitable with scalping. That's it. Like, so then he's like, well, I've been trading 12 years. I got two years up on you. What does that mean? Because somebody could just start trading 6 months ago and be more profitable and more successful than you are at 12 years. And I literally was like, is this a whose dick is bigger contest? I'm confused. I don't even have one, but I'm confused because what is this? This is not what I'm here for at all. I'm here to chill, vibe out. But yeah, I love Nutty is so sweet. When he made his video about him finally getting to a payout, I was smiling the entire video because it's nice to see someone who's willing to be transparent on their journey. There are so many YouTubers who literally only post when they're profitable. They don't live stream. If they do live stream and they start going on a losing streak, they will shut the stream off, not make any kind of update video or anything. Like, nobody has to be transparent. I'm not even here to sell you anything. I'm just here to show like, hey, trading is not easy, because it's not. And it frustrates me when people try to make it seem like it is. All right, so we're back to this zone that I drew a long time ago. And it just cleared the first level. So if we try to create some structure and bounce and not clear this first level, we could try to head back up for a move. I can't tell. It would like go up to about 104. Welcome, DK. I appreciate the sub. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Hello, new movie song. You're in India? Well, Apex is in India. You're good to go. There's a 71% discount right now. 3-day pass and $35 resets. Use my code KeAmber. But welcome. You just got your first payout? Shut up, girl. You are lying. Congrats. See, it takes time. Think about how long me and you have been communicating. It takes time, but let me tell you, that first payout, now you just go from there. It takes time, but you know what? It's so rewarding when you finally get it. Because it's like, okay, all of this was not for nothing. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it can get to that point where you just feel like, what the hell am I doing this for? And that's why it's taken me 10 years to get where I want to get to, because when I got frustrated, instead of me pushing through, like I have this go around, I just quit. What am I doing this for? I have a nursing career. I can go do what I want to do. Like, why am I doing this? 285. Nope. Too much volume there. More than what I'm looking for. All right, I don't want to take that sell. Took a small amount, but it's a mental, that's the part. That's the part. And that's why, like, I remember when I first started thinking about prop firms, I was that person like, oh, I'll build a buffer. Shit, let me tell you something. I need to get my payout, okay? Because I feel like withdrawing profits from a personal account, it feels great, don't get me wrong. But being able to withdraw money from a prop will feel so much different, because I didn't risk, like, I didn't have to sit here on pins and needles risking my real money. You know what I mean? I mean, you still risk your real money to a certain extent, but you get what I'm saying. Like, no sell right there. I really wanted to take that buy, but ended up being way too much volume in that candle. I didn't want that. After 616 evals, all 100. Woo! Listen, that's a lot. But it's not uncommon at all. But think about all the lessons that you learned along the way. I'm pretty sure at this point you know exactly what you want to see in the market to take the trades and everything like that. You know what you're looking for now. And with that many evals and as much time as it's taking you, right, you have literally traded through so many different types of market conditions. So you know the optimal market conditions for you. You know, like, look, if it looks like this, I am sitting out. Maybe I'll flip that day and I'll just go on about my very merry life instead of trading that day. Like, you know exactly what you're looking for. And, you know, don't get me wrong. I hate when people say, like, you're trying to get rich quick. Well, who wants to get rich slow? But at the same time, you know, sometimes people don't understand that the chart time and the experience through the chart time is really what you need. That's why even if you go and you purchase somebody's course and you learn their strategy, especially because when you look at most strategies are still have such like gray areas of discretion. You have to use your own bias and analyzing skills and discretion to still use that strategy. So you still need the chart time, right? Now with me, I'm gonna tell you right now, I still don't know if I want to teach ever, but if I ever decided to release my strategy in the form of a course or something, ain't no discretionary nothing. Look, if the chart don't look like this, don't take this trade, and vice versa. And that's the only reason why I still like am teetering the line. Like, if I ever perfect this, I probably will want to put it out, because I would be able to cut people's time in more than half, you know, because at the end of the day, who wants to sit here and struggle through life financially? It ain't worth it. It's not. You could print money on these charts. Go print your money, okay? You are welcome. You are so welcome. That's the other thing. I've seen people like, after that much money that you put into prop firms, why wouldn't you just use your own money? Because it's still different. You're still doing this over the course of time. Like I started with Apex in May of 2022. I'm coming up on 2 years now. I wasn't trading that whole time, but that's when I bought my first account. Okay. And I was still working as a nurse at the time. I still had my credit repair business. So I wasn't focused on trading. I didn't really start for real focusing on trading until September 1st of last year. And then around December, I decided to trade the end of December, I decided to switch to a volume-based strategy. So that took a lot. Then I decided January 25th to change my Renko settings. That took a lot. And then I just changed my Renko settings again on Monday to reduce it even more. So I've learned so much over time. And every time I've had to switch things up a little bit, it takes less and less back testing for me because I literally see the same patterns every day. No matter how much people say the NASDAQ is erratic and it does not paint the same patterns. And on Renkos, it paints the same patterns every freaking day. Now, I'm only on eval. My lowest number is 17 and the highest number is 22. I have 17, 18. There's no 19, 20, 21, and 22. Just 5 accounts. And I really could have 4 if I wanted, but I only have that many accounts because I give myself 3 weeks to pass or fail an account as I'm like putting the strategy together. So like at one point when I was putting my strategy together, you know, it was a struggle. So I'm blowing the account in the first week and I don't pay for resets. So now I got to sit here and wait, 2 weeks for it to come back. I didn't want that. So I wanted to be able to have like a fresh new account every week, every Monday. So that's why I have as many accounts as I have, but they're not expensive. I got them all on 80% renewal. So I'm only spending like maybe $150 a month to learn and to put things together. That's not expensive to me. When I calculated at the end of last month, since May of 2022, Apex has only gotten like $3,400 from me. $3,500 from me in almost 2 years. Because once I learned that the accounts reset automatically on renewal, I was like, oh, who you think is going to pay a reset fee now? And I've only paid a reset fee maybe like 3 times. But yeah, the eval numbers that I'm on is just because when I first started, 50% was the best you got. So when I saw a 60% renewal, I canceled whatever I had, got some new ones. When I saw a 70% renewal, canceled those 60s, got new ones, and did the same thing with 80. And I've kept those same accounts for, I can't tell you the last time I actually bought a new account. I have no idea. I might have gotten my second 50K account like around November of last year, but that was just so I could have another 50K because I was kind of confused, and I'm still kind of confused on whether I want to stick with 25 or 50. I don't know. People don't get money dripped in over a year, so couldn't fund my own last year. Yeah. Once I slowed down, got better, was copy trading 20 at a time. Full degen. You know what? Copy trading, it's so many pros, but it is so many cons, especially when you are in full degen mode, baby. Listen. And as much as I am a proponent of copy trading, if you have a strategy with a good win-loss ratio, good P&L overall, of course, why not just copy all 20 and keep it moving? But like I said, I watch other streamers. So Nutty does copy. No, he doesn't copy trade anymore. He trades them one by one. Alpine is who kind of gave him the idea to do that. And Alpine trades his one by one. He only copy trades on his opening range trade. For me, my initial thought process was, oh, I'll just copy trade all of them at once, because by the time I get to, my first PA and my first payout, I would have perfected my strategy at that point. So I'll kind of know what my edge is, and it'll be worth just copy trading all of them, right? However, I think different now. And the only reason I think different now is because I've reduced the Renko size. That's it. If I was still on a 20 tick Renko chart, I would continue to copy trade all at the same time. And that's only because I don't get enough setups to one by one them, right? However, now, see, 167. Now, I knew that was going to go down like that. But now, since I'm on a 12 tick chart and I get so many more trades, like I should be able to average like 15 to 20 trades a day, which can sound like a lot to some people, but as a scalper, that's great. especially since I'm not just hitting buy and sell at random times, you know? So it's like if I can average about 20 trades a day and I have 20 PAs, what I'll probably end up doing is just group them into like groups of 5, maybe. Trade, you know, take 5 trades, move on to the next one, take 5 trades, move to the next one, and kind of do that. Or the other option is to do just do 10 at a time, and you know, maybe trade the first 10 with the first like 10 trades and then switch to the other one. I don't know, we'll see. I just know that I'm never going to like have a daily stop where I stop at a certain profit or a certain loss. I'm never going to do that. I can tell you that now. Because the market is ever changing, and if you can get $1,000 out of it per account today, get the $1,000. Don't stop yourself at 250 or 300, because what if today is a bad, or tomorrow is a bad day? You've kept yourself out of this extra money from yesterday that could have covered you for the following day. So that's why I don't believe in stopping yourself. I do believe you should stop yourself if you notice that you don't have a good edge after a certain time. After 11 o'clock, number one, I'm tired of looking at this crap for the last 2.5 hours. And number two, I just noticed that my edge drops a bit after 11 o'clock. We're going into lunchtime and things like that. So why stay on the charts? I'm out. Time to go live life. Yep, exploit your good trades. Now you're a pro in evals. I'm weak. And thank you, Carol. Thank you. Not you are a pro. Listen. And now you know. You will be a pro at answering anybody's questions. Okay? Anybody's. That is funny. Look, you can laugh now. You might have cried a little bit before. But you know what? There's a silver lining with everything. Everything. All right. I only got about 14 minutes left. Price action has been kind of weird ever since we kind of pushed up. I didn't trade any of this because I knew it was going to consolidate. The level that it changed to an uptrend was the second level right there. So not only was that there, we had the VWAP, and then we had the resistance level, which this one is the second resistance level. So I knew all of that was going to happen. I just knew it. And see, I could have, well, no, because I want that to be more than. All right. If we could just clear all of this congestion right here, we'll be all right. Now, whether we do it in the next 13 minutes, I don't know. But we'll see. We will see. All right, if this trade goes up here, right, I'm not taking it. This is the same trade that I lost earlier today, and it would have lost yesterday as well, but I broke even on it. The reason why is because the yellow line, we changed from, the minor trend changed from a downtrend to an uptrend, right? Cool, boom. Well, inside of here, we have the VWAP, a buy rotation level. So what I noticed is that if the trend changes and I typically try to get in, like if it rotates over the level that it changed, I love those trades because that's like a extra support to push price up. However, the additional support is below the level and it does not seem to work out very well. So I'll sit out even if it goes up from here, and we'll see what happens. But definitely lost this same exact trade earlier before I got on the stream. And as a matter of fact, because I can't take the next buy or sell, let me go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, that trade invalidated itself anyway. Thought it would have rotated over the level, but it didn't. First time catching me live. Hello, Create254. Welcome. Welcome. We vibe out here. I like to have a lot of discussions. Oh, okay. Well, that's that. All right, we should be clear to keep moving up. Carol, I think we're at the level you were talking about. I feel like you said 110 and then you said 170, I think. We've cleared all the level of congestion that I pointed out earlier, and we should be good to move here. I wanted to pull back to, okay, or don't. Every time. It looks like we're getting a little bit of resistance trying to get back up to the session high. But yeah, I trade on Renko charts, so it looks way different than what you'll see other people trade on, because I think I'm the only content creator that trades live with Renkos. I know there are people who have like Renko strategy videos out. Who knows if they actually trade with it, because some people just put out strategies just because they know it's going to get a lot of views, but they don't really actually trade the strategies. You see that a lot. But yeah, I'm actually in the process of putting together a strategy, a scalping strategy using Renkos on the Nasdaq. It's been a struggle a little bit, just a tad. A lot of changes. I basically trade volume based, so not only do I look at the volume in a swing, but I also look at the volume in the reversal bars to determine if I'm going to trade or not. Just recently on Monday, I changed my Renkos again. I used to trade on a 20 tick chart. Now it's a 12 tick chart. So, and I'm old. I'm not that old, but getting used to watching the charts move so fast is going to take me another week and a half, 2 weeks, because it moves real fast. So, yeah. But I definitely should be able to finally start reaching my goals once I get this solidified. I know for sure at least till the end of the week, maybe the middle of next week, I'll still have to make just a couple minor adjustments because I didn't do a full back test. You guys, I've been back testing for so long and I'm still kind of trading the same way. So when the only time I really needed to back test was when I switched to volume based trading, because that's totally different than what I was doing before. Changing my Renko settings, I'm still trading the same way, but certain rules that I needed on a 24 tick chart I didn't need on a 20, or certain rules that I didn't have on a 20 tick chart I definitely need on a 12 tick chart. And the only reason why those certain things start to change is just because when you think about it, like a 12 tick chart is so much more sensitive. So there are certain things that I have to look out for that I didn't have to before. All right, we might move up to the new session high. I'm going to be off the charts in the next 6 minutes, but above 126.50, 141 is the second deviation level on the order flow VWAP, and then you got another resistance level at 147.25. I don't know if we'll ever get past that today, but if we do, the next VWAP is at like 184. So see if we can rotate here. All right. Y'all see how long it took for that to actually update that I was out of the trade? Ay, ay, ay. So that trade just took profit in, let's see, 59.47. Literally like 59.47. Like 0.7 seconds, I think, is how fast that just took profit. This is why I said that I have to be really careful and figure out which setups I do not want to take anymore, because a trade that's taking profit in 0.7 seconds, if I needed to break even for whatever reason before it just came back down and went against me, there's literally no way I could. Literally no way. Haven't seen this type of chart before, but it looks straightforward. It is. So with Rincos, I was first introduced to Rincos when I first started learning how to trade 10 years ago. Okay. And what I like most is that it is pure price action. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is pure price action. Let me see something. I didn't take that trade for a reason, and I want to make sure that I was supposed to do that. Yeah, I was. Okay. See, I'm remembering. But anyway, so, you have your different chart types, and with Rincos, this is essentially how it works. So you know how time-based charts work. You know how tick-based charts is not going to close a bar until that certain number of ticks happens within that bar. I don't really know how range bars work. I have no idea. Heikin-Ashi charts, some people like that because it helps to filter the noise. However, the open and close of them are fake. So with Rincos, it's pure price action. However, to a certain extent, it's kind of like Heikin-Ashi where the open and close are fake. And here's why. So I'm on a 12-tick chart. So you have two settings with Rincos. You have a brick size and then you have a threshold. Okay. So your brick size is the size of the colored part of the bar. It does not include the wicks. So that's just from open to close. It's 12 ticks because I'm on a 12-tick brick size. You can use any brick size you want. It just depends on how you want to see the market. For a long time, I traded on a 24 brick size with the Nasdaq. Then I bumped down to a 20-tick bar. Now I've bumped down to a 12-tick bar. And the reason why is because on a 20-tick bar, it's very smooth. It looks great. However, when you have lower volume and lower volatility days, it's very hard to get that price action to match and to work out long term, right? So with a 12-tick chart, I can get in and out all day, right? Because it's just 3 points. So, now because it's a 12-tick chart, that means in order for a bar to reverse, whether up or down, there needs to be double the size. So it has to be 24 ticks from the top of the candle to the close or the bottom of the candle to the close in order for this bar to close, right? So the price is true in that price actually did come all the way up here and it reversed down. But once you start getting into the same swing, the price didn't come back up here to open the bar. It just continued down. The times where you know that price actually came back is when it wicks out. So because there's a wick at the top of this candle, you know that price came down here, it wicked back up, and then it kept going down. Okay. Now, my threshold is 1 tick. So that means that once this bar or once price goes 24 ticks in the opposite direction to close a downtrend bar, every single bar in this swing, it just took 1 tick in that direction to close the bar. That's it. I used to trade on a 20 and 2 chart. So brick size 20, threshold 2, meaning every 2 ticks is a new bar in that direction. Then I was on a 16 and 2 chart at one point, switched back to a 20 and 2. Then I switched to a 20 and 1. I like the threshold of 1 because to me is more consistent with what the trend is doing because every tick is a new bar. And then, like I said, now I'm on a 12-1. So far, I think I'm going to like the 12-1 on the NASDAQ. If you don't like taking a lot of trades in a session, I would suggest a 20-1 tick size for the Rincos on the NASDAQ. If you like trading like ES, the Russell, the Dow, even crude oil or gold, I would suggest a 10-tick chart. But yeah, I like it because you can see the true trend. Like seeing this versus a 1-minute chart or a 5-minute chart looks totally different. So a lot of times when people see consolidation on a time-based chart, I can get a couple of trades out of that and it looks like it's actually trending on my chart because it's price-based and not time-based. Because time really doesn't matter. And I don't knock anybody who trades on time-based charts because most people start there and most people can be successful on time-based charts. I just don't like time-based charts because what you see as a higher low, I might not feel like enough happened for that to be a higher low. It's nothing to even like go against. This is clearly a higher low in this situation and it is what it is, right? So yeah, like if I'll open up a ES chart. I know a lot of people like to trade ES. I feel like the ES is price and no action, but you know what? It is what it is. We'll do it. But sometimes when I did used to trade on the ES chart, I did sometimes trade on the 8-tick chart. Which let's see if it'll actually load. Hopefully it does. Was that the ES that I chose? Yeah. All right. So like this is the ES chart. Brick size of 8, and you can see how smooth the ES looks on this versus like a 5-minute chart. It would look ridiculous on a 5-minute chart. Let's see. So this is why this is my what does it say? Oh, right here. This is why this is my bar type of choice. Like this looks totally different from this. So smooth. Now, you still would have to figure out how you want to trade it because every high or low doesn't, or a high, yeah, every higher low or lower high doesn't mean it's actually going in that direction, you know, and then you kind of have to figure out what kind of stop loss you want to use. So I use a very tight stop loss. I basically don't allow the price to come more than 1 tick below the open of a bar on an uptrend or the open of the bar on the downtrend. I just like tight stop losses. I want to be in and out very fast. So that's my choice. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But I also like divergence on Renko charts. I love using volume divergence. Not RSI, not MACD, not volume divergence. I love volume divergence. But yeah. So that's why I choose to use Rinkos. And you can also decide to use Rinkos from a standpoint of like, if you love your strategy on a time-based chart, great. What you could do is you can draw up however you normally trade and you can use a Renko chart to enter. So there are some people who do that. Like they draw their support resistance or supply demand zones on a time-based chart. And when price gets to that level, or even if you trade like fair value gaps and stuff like that, you can wait for it to get into the level, drop to a Renko-based chart and look for that, you know, higher low structure to prove that, hey, it's trying to reverse off the level, enter, and go on about your business. So that's why I love trading, because you just have so many different options and ways of looking at the market, and no way is right or wrong. It's all just based on what you like. So before I get out of here, I'm going to show you guys what my account balance is, because I'm only trading this account right now, and my drawdown. This is from an indicator from Affordable Indicators. I need to reach out to him because I told him that once I started streaming, I wanted to be able to give people coupon codes for some of his indicators. I used 2 of his indicators. This is one because I'm very keen on making sure I know exactly how much drawdown I have left and things like that. So I love this indicator for that. So you guys can see I actually was positive, but after you add in all the commissions, I was only negative $15. This is progress. Okay, and it's crazy because on my 20-in-1 strategy that I was trading, like I was telling people, even when you see red days, I see the progress. I see that my accounts are lasting the whole 3 weeks I'm giving it to trade versus blowing it in a week. I'm seeing that, hey, I think I had like my first positive week a couple of weeks ago, and I hadn't had a positive week in a very, very long time. But even with me changing the Renko settings this week and not doing any form of full-blown back testing or anything, the very first day was horrible. Now, granted, I didn't have all the rules together. I just kind of went based off of what my old rules were, and we'll just take it from there. I think like Monday, I did lose a couple of accounts on Monday, but those were going to be failed on purpose anyway because the renewals were coming up anyway. But I know the one account, I think I lost like $500 something. Yesterday, I was only down like $150, I think. And then today, we're negative $15. If that's not progress, I don't know what is. Okay, so I didn't really actually take 30 trades. It's always half of whatever the number is here because it counts the entry and the exit in the quantity number. But I started this account last Monday and I'm only down 56 bucks on it. I'll take it. So still have $1,200 left in drawdown. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow we see green on this side too, and it'll be even more progress. So we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I thank you guys all the time for tuning in. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Send good vibes my way because my grandma is closing on the sale of her house today. So good vibes that everything works out. Yeah. But I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your day, you guys. And thank you guys for tuning in.